Welcome to Smart Economics. Here are your top business and startup news. From the lab to the jab, how BioNTech Pfizer won vaccine race. It was over breakfast on the wintry morning of January 24 that Özlem Türeci and her husband Uygur Şahin decided we need to fire the starting gun on this. Şahin had concluded from a publication describing coronavirus cases in Wuhan that there was a high probability that the pandemic could be imminent. Türeci recounted the decision by the couple, founder of a small German company called BioNTech, gave birth to Operation Lightspeed, in which the scientists in the company diverted all their resources from cancer therapy research to finding a vaccine to stop COVID-19. EU and China to sign investment deal amid unease over rights. The European Union and China are set to sign a long-awaited business investment deal after 7 years of intense discussions despite concerns about the human rights situations in the country. The provisional agreement is set to be announced Wednesday, an EU official with direct knowledge of the talks said. The official was not authorized to speak publicly as a matter of practice. The deal was sealed after China committed to pursuing ratification of the International Labour Organization's rules on forced labor, according to the unnamed official. Europe plots catch up in global 5G race to drive COVID-19 recovery. 2021 would be a do-or-die year for Europe's efforts to catch up with China and the United States in rolling out super-fast 5th-generation 5G telecoms networks. The mission to introduce the technology, which ultimately promises internet speed up to 20 times faster than today, could be crucial how competitively the continent emerges from the economic ruins of the COVID-19 pandemic. Mindful of this, the European Union is funneling a fifth of its 750 billion euro, that is $940 billion, recovering fund to improve countries' digital capabilities. European mobile operators have long been reluctant to start investing in 5G's network, which could support smart factories and self-driving cars because of lack of political clarity about whether they must accede to US demands to exclude leading equipment supplier Huawei and other Chinese vendors. Pelosi to call a last-minute session on stimulus. 2 hours in and we are still watching De Niro contemplate his life and regrets. At 9 a.m. today, the Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi will call a last-minute House session in which she will likely encourage Republicans to increase the direct payments in the economic stimulus bill passed Monday night from $600 to $2,000. Quick refresher. Congress could learn a thing or two from Bobby D about offering things people can't refuse. In a surprise video posted Tuesday night, President Trump declared his opposition to the stimulus package, demanding the payments be increased to $2,000 per person and that lawmakers remove the fluffier parts that don't directly address the pandemic crisis. Google pilots a research feature that aggregates short-term videos from TikTok and Instagram. Google is testing a new feature that will surface Instagram and TikTok videos in their own dedicated carousel in the Google app for mobile devices, a move that could help the company retain users in search of social video entertainment from fully leaving Google's platform. The feature itself expands on a test launch earlier this year, where Google had first introduced a carousel of short videos within Google Discover, the personalized feed found in the Google mobile app, and to the left of the home screen on some Android devices. China, Korea, India, and Europe. Antitrust action against tech is gaining serious momentum. After decades of global expansion and consolidation in the tech sector, antitrust is now a headline issue for the industry across the world. What has been a slow and sputtering series of desperate actions over the past decade has coalesced in just the past few weeks in a rapid and comprehensive series of actions against the industry, with the United States being a notable laggard worldwide. Now, where are these actions more prominent than in China, where the competition authorities have, after many years of reasonably laissez-faire policy to its internet giants, suddenly decided to take sweeping action against its largest tech companies. Seattle-based Madrona raises $320 million for its 8th fund. Madrona Venture Group has been a mainstay of the Seattle and Northwest United States startup ecosystem for years now, and it looks like it is going to continue that legacy going forward. In a filing with the SEC, the firm announced its 8th venture capital fund, raising $320 million. That's up slightly from the firm's past 2 funds, both of which were $300 million. The filing comes roughly a year and a past after the firm's last fundraise for its 7th fund. The slight increase in size is a different choice from many other VC firms these days, which have ballooned their fund sizes in pursuit of larger and later stage deals. 23andMe raises $82.5 million in new funding. DNA testing technology company 23andMe has raised just shy of $82.5 million in new funding from an offering of $85 million in total equity shares. According to a new SEC filing, the funding confirmed by the Wall Street Journal comes from investors including Sequoia Capital and New View Capital. It brings the total raised by 23andMe to date to overcome $850 million. There's no specific agenda earmarked from this Series F round. According to a statement from the company to the WSJ, beyond journal use to continue to fund and grow the business. 23andMe's business is based on its distribution of individual home genetic testing kits, which provide customers with insights about their potential health and their family tree based on their DNA. Apple's lawsuit against Corellium has been partly thrown out. Back in August of last year, Apple filed a lawsuit against the virtualization software company Corellium, arguing that the product infringed its copyright and later adding claims that Corellium's products violates the DMCA, while the DMCA claims will still need to be settled in court. A judge in Florida has tossed out Apple's copyright claims. So what is Corellium? To oversimplify it, Corellium allows security researchers to spin up a virtualized ARM device, including iOS devices, in a browser and take a deep look under the hood to discover potential security bugs. Nvidia rival Graphcore raises $222 million for AI chips with potential IPO on the horizon. UK-based chipmaker Graphcore announced Tuesday that it had raised $222 million of investments as it looks to take on US rivals Nvidia and Intel. Graphcore said it will use the funding to support its global expansion and to accelerate the developments of its intelligence processing units, which are specifically designed to power artificial intelligence software. The company has already shipped tens of thousands of its chips to customers, including Microsoft and Dell. The Series E funding round, which comes less than a year after Graphcore raised a $150 million extension to its last round, values the company at $2.77 billion, up from $1.5 billion in 2018. That's it in today's video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel for daily business and startup news.